What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another review, and this time I'm going to be taking a look at what I feel is the most overrated movie of 2017 and the most overrated superhero movie of the last 10 years. And that is, of course, Wonder Woman, directed by Patty Jenkins. Is this movie awesome? No. Is it great? No. Is it solid? Yes. Is it good? Yes. Does it have problems? Too many to count. Let's talk about it. My main criticism, Gal Gadot. I'm sorry. I tried to give her a chance. I just don't like her as an actress. There's something about her I just don't like. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's her deadpan, expressionless emotions. I don't know if it's her looking too flaky in a lot of scenes. Does she look good in the costume of Wonder Woman? Yes, she does. Is she an attractive woman? Yes, she is. That does not mean she's right for the role. Wonder Woman, to me, needs to have an authoritative presence. She needs to also have some naivety to her, and also some badassery to her. She needs to have those three elements, to me, make the perfect Wonder Woman. And you need an actress that can pull off all three of those qualities in subtle ways. To me, Jamie Alexander should have been Wonder Woman. I feel that Jamie Alexander, she could take those three elements and she can create, to me, the perfect Wonder Woman. Just watch the Thor movies. Jamie Alexander, she's a badass in those Thor movies, but at the same time, she also has an authoritative presence, and she also has some quirky naivety values to her. They're very subtle. You don't see them they're very understated, which is what I want Wonder Woman to be. I don't want her to be oblivious to everything all the time. The way Gal Gadot portrayed Wonder Woman, she played her as a dope, as someone who is just like... You got Chris Pine, who plays Steve Trevor, who is a highlight of the movie. He's trying to explain how his world works, and Diana is just so uninterested in hearing these things. She's all like, well, in my home, in where I come from, we can't do that, and blah, 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 blah. I needed a Wonder Woman that is more understanding as to how a different world works. How I would have written Wonder Woman, I would have written Wonder Woman as someone who is naive to a foreign world, but also someone who is willing to learn on how that world works, so that she can appreciate the decisions that they have, the decisions they have to make, whether or not they're wrong or right decisions. There's a lot of gray areas that she has to learn. Not everything's all black and white. Even the good guys can do shady things if that gets them ahead. I feel this movie didn't try hard enough to really nail that point home, and to me, Gal Gadot as an actor, she didn't do a good job at trying to convey that she understands these things. Because, like I said, she always comes across as so deadpan and so just oblivious and so deer in the headlights. The only time to me where Gal Gadot feels at her most natural and most comfortable is when her and Chris Pine are sharing those romantic scenes together. You know, it started off a little bit clunky, but as the movie progressed, it got much, much better. And I was actually starting to buy them as, budding lovers. That was good. Like I said, you got Chris Pine, who brings a lot of charm and charisma to the world of Steve Trevor, but also brings a lot of world wariness, and someone who's seen a lot of heinous shit in this movie, but also trying to be a good guy. And I can see the attraction that a Diana would have for Steve Trevor. Steve Trevor, he may look like a clean cut good guy, but he's done a lot of shady shit for him being a spy. But I can see the attraction because overall Diana sees what Chris Pine really is, what Steve Trevor really is, which is a guy who's trying to do who is legitimately trying to do good and trying to win the war and not have these menaces just trample down the values. That's where I think Gal Gadot is at her strongest as an actor. But as an authoritative, commanding presence, I don't see it whatsoever. To me, she's way too flaky. And like I said, she's so like emotionless and so deadpan. I just get, I just can't do it. I need a better actress as Wonder Woman. Please take Gal Gadot out. Put Jamie Alexander in. Because to me, Jamie Alexander has a more likable charisma to her. She has a more likable charm to her. She has an authoritative presence. And she can balance out the authoritative presence, naivety, and badassery much better than Gal Gadot can on her best day. To me, Gadot is the weakest link. Because as a lead actress, I just don't see it. She's a mid-Carter being shoved into a main event role, and it's in areas it works, in other areas it just does not work as good as it should. Gadot's got to go. I'm sorry, she has to leave. Cast Gal Gadot. When you do Flashpoint, erase everything. Bring back Gal Gadot as fucking Poison Ivy. I don't know. Doesn't stop there because the villain. This villain, I was liking the whole idea of Danny Houston's character of General Ludenhoff being Ares and how Ares was using the guise of Ludenhoff. To me, you're going somewhere with that, and you should have just kept going with that, because I buy Ares as someone. He's the god of war. He's someone who lives for war and destruction. This Ludenhoff guy, he's an army general. He's creating weapons of mass destruction. And yet Ares is disguised as this, British man on the British intelligence who was like, I need to have an armistice. I fully believe that Danny Houston's character was indeed Ares, but this movie went through rewrites, and somewhere in the rewrite, some moron had the bright idea of switching those characters around and doing a stupid twist because, hey, let's have twists because they're popular nowadays. Sorry. No. If the original idea was to have Houston's character be Ares the whole time, you should have went with that, because what you went with in the final product, to me, it makes the whole movie feel a little bit convoluted now. Because now I'm wondering, okay, why was Ares trying to have an armistice and trying to have peace? Why was he trying to manipulate these nations into peace? And then all of a sudden he wants to destroy them all. I don't get what his endgame is. All right? I don't get it at all. Patrick Morgan should have been just a regular, character. And Danny Houston's character should have been Ares. Not only that, David Twells, who ended up being Ares, I give him credit. He was trying to be menacing. He was trying to have a commanding presence. But to me, like Gadot, I just don't buy it. I don't buy it. He has a soft voice. It's not an authoritative voice. And the fucking caterpillar mustache. Save that shit off, guy. Come on already. Why does Ares have a caterpillar on his face? I'm laughing. I should be intimidated by you, but I'm laughing because all I see is that freaking stash on your face. Shave that shit off, man. Seriously. But again, that's the big problem for me, because you're sacrificing your story for a needless and pointless twist, and Ares' motivations to me get a little confusing. Even though he's explaining it, I'm like, listen, I would have bought Ludenhoff as Ares, because at least Ludenhoff wants to have destruction and cause mayhem, and that's what Ares is all about. He feeds off destruction and mayhem. But I'm sorry, this movie should have never been rewritten for that way. And that's it. And Ares' demise by the whole power of love is stupid. I do love the whole sacrifice that Steve Trevor makes. I like all that stuff. I thought that was good. But the whole, I love you, Diana. Then Diana, like, I love you, Steve. Now I got the power. Come on, man. Enough with the power of love. I can't take it anymore. The power of love conquers all. Love doesn't always conquer all. Love can be a dangerous poison also. Let's be realistic here, all right? Love can kill. Except in superhero movies where love conquers all. Because, fuck, fuck trying to make things, feel more realistic. We gotta fucking do the cliches instead of breaking cliches, like a movie like Deadpool and Logan did. Movies that broke those typical superhero cliches and told, and had adult themes to it. Deadpool was, an adult comedy superhero movie. Logan was a mature adult story-driven movie that had intense moments. It had a murky, gloomy atmosphere to it, and it was great. It was beautiful. Logan, to me, is the movie of the year, not Wonder Woman, the most overrated movie of the year. So, overall, those are my thoughts on Wonder Woman. There are things I do like. I like the production design. The movie looks beautiful. It's beautifully shot. I love the look of Themyscira. Props on doing it on the ancient Greece. I love the lifted line from the New 52 with the whole ice cream bit. That was pretty cool. And like I said, the costume designs look great too. The Amazons look like badasses. They look great in the armor. And like I said, the costume designs of the 1910s looks genuine and it looks real to me. And that's all I got to say. That's it. Overall, Wonder Woman to me is a solid 7 out of 10. If you take the problems I mentioned and you fix them, this could be an 8 to a 9 out of 10. But as it stands right now, 7 out of 10. An overall fun movie with problems that could have easily been fixed. And that's all I got to say about that. I'm AJ Legend. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll check you back next time for more.